welcome to Cageside. We are back, but I feel like we should change the name of the show because we're finally not talking about anything related to a cage, which is kind of nice. I'm over these MMA guys. I don't like them anymore. I'm switching over to boxing only. No, I'm joking. But I'm very excited because today, you know, by the way, we haven't had boxing on the show much, but we go big or we go home. You know what I'm saying? So we got Ray Savage Ford on the show. If you're not watching, Mr. Savage, can I call you Mr. No, Mr. Ford. You better start because his last fight looked fantastic. Like, you looked great. Yeah, I was very excited for you. So, and you're obviously rising very quickly. So we'll get into all that. Before we do, make sure you're subscribing. Make sure you're subscribed to all the Ray. Do you have you don't have a YouTube channel, do you?
Actually, I do, but I don't post on it. But it's Raymond.
Let me guess. You don't post on it, but you have more subscribers than we do.
I don't think I got that many subscribers.
All right. What is it?
Raymond Savage Ford.
Raymond Savage Ford. All right, so go check him out. Go give him a follow on Instagram as well. I got to do that in the beginning because I always forget to, and I get yelled at by everybody telling me that I should. So there it is. Done. Another thing that I'll mention off the top is that we do have that awesome boxing giveaway that we partner with TKO about. And I bring that up quickly because Ray is part of that. I just had the man sign an autograph that I promised would be part of that package. So that's done. It's signed. It's here. And it'll go out with whoever wins that. We're going to announce it 60th episode, which I guess is next up. So in like 2 weeks. Mm-hmm. So I'm pumped for that. Mm-hmm. Welcome, bro. Thanks for coming on, man.
Appreciate you.
You doing a lot of these podcasts these days? Everybody's, trying to get you on their show, or?
No, actually, you're the first and only person that reached out so far. So
me?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Well, since after my fight, so.
All right. So we, we get them all first. I want to get into your past, but before we get into your past, you're Camden made, right?
Yeah, definitely.
How does it feel to be a Camden boxer?
It feels good because it's not really that many boxers that's coming out of Camden, so I'm like the top guy right now, and everybody else is like looking at me and like they looking up to me, so I feel like I gotta like be like a great role model for the ones that's coming up after me. Is it? I should know this, but there's one main boxer that's from Camden from back in the day, right? Or no? Somebody was mentioned during your fight, and they were saying how like it's a big deal for you to be representing Camden because there's only been like one big fighter coming out of Camden. In the past 7 years. The Buzz or something like that. I forget his real name, but
terrible name.
They was talking.
Terrible name. No wonder I don't know who the hell he is.
They was talking about him before my fight, and they just built a statue for Jersey Joe Walcott. So
okay.
I guess it's two main ones actually.
Okay.
And then there's Jason Souza. He's from Camden too. He's a more recent fighter, but he was a world champion too.
What impressed me, and I want to know how you got to that point. But so you're fighting. You're not fighting in like regional small productions. No. You went to the highest level. Yeah,
I mean not the highest, but I'm getting there.
What do you mean you're not the highest? I mean you're fighting in huge cards.
Yeah, but I'm still in the beginning of my career. I got like a whole lot more to do. So.
But what I'm saying is that you're starting off like you're doing great performances under a huge promotion. Yeah. Eddie Hearn, it's high. You know what I mean? You're not baby stepping here. You're not crawling. You're putting on the performances that are going to get you that. I saw Eddie Hearn looking like. Did you notice him when you were fighting by any chance? He was like on the third row or something.
Yeah, he's always like
his eyes were on you, and I'm thinking like that's good. He's paying attention. He's gonna be ready to book you for the next one soon. So, So how do you go? Well, tell me about your background. How do you start into boxing? At what age? And where are you living in Camden when that happens?
So I was living in Fairview on Mary Mac, and when I first got introduced to boxing, it was this kid named Adrian. He used to live on my block. He was a Puerto Rican kid. He was about 15 or something like that, and I was about 8 or 9.
Puerto Rican kids always corrupting everybody. I'm telling you, I know this.
Nah, but it's a good thing. Like I really like, and actually I haven't spoken to him in years, and he recently just reached out to me after my fight. I guess he just heard about me, or So, but anyway, I was fighting one time in front of him, and I always used to fight on the block and stuff like that. So it was like I was that bad kid that always used to get in trouble and everything like that. But he basically took me under his wing. He used to show me like little boxing moves. He had a punching bag in his basement. I used to go to his house and hit the punching bag. He used to hold the mitts for me. I used to go running with him and stuff like that, and he used to keep me out of trouble. So
he was a boxer.
Yeah, he was a boxer.
Okay.
So he's the reason why like I was interested into being a boxer.
Why were you getting into fights? And I mean, just because you love fighting, because you were getting into arguments and that led to fights. How did that?
It was just kid stuff. Like I had like anger issues too, so it's like any little thing it would like piss me off. So it could be the dumbest thing. Somebody could say something about my mom and I just want to fight. It was just little kid stuff, but I controlled it now. Like now, obviously I'm more mature now, but yeah, it was just like little kid stuff.
So I grew up in this. I moved from Puerto Rico here when I was 8, and we moved to like the suburbs, predominantly white suburbs. The fights that would happen in that area were like always very scheduled, and it would drive me nuts. And it would be like the roughing of feathers would happen in school, and then it would be like, well, at 3 or whatever time it was, and man, my nerves would get like. But it wasn't even me fighting. It was just like somebody from our group was fighting some man, and the kids would start like rolling up, like still super fucking dramatic, like it was a movie or something. And then they would come up the street, and then it would be a thing, and then it would be this really shitty fight anyway. But it was like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Is that how it was happening for you too, or was it a different?
Nah, it was like right on site, like
right there.
It wasn't
Say
like
something,
no schedule. Boom. Like we didn't schedule. Like if something was happening at that moment, that's when it was going to happen. It wasn't. Nothing was really like set up. Yeah. If it happens in school, it's gonna happen in school. That's where I got into most of my trouble at. I used to get expelled from all my schools, and I used to have to go to disciplinary schools and stuff like that because I used to fight so much. And every time I would fight and get suspended, I would come back. That same day I would come back, I would get suspended again. So
wait,
it was that bad.
But you would get in trouble for fighting in school, and then you would come back and get in trouble again for fighting?
Fighting again.
Tell me, be honest. How many teachers told you wouldn't amount to anything because of how much you fought? Because it's kind of funny to like spin it back. Well, I channeled that into a career, and here I am.
I'm not gonna lie. Teachers never really told me like I was never like gonna really like be successful or anything like that. They just would tell me like I need to control my anger, like, or like principles. Like I still have this one principal that I stay in contact with. He used to talk to me all the time about my anger and things. But yeah.
So how were you a good student? Like were you good in every other way? Did you just like to fight? I'm not trying to call you out. You can lie all you want.
I'm not gonna say like I was a bad kid, but I just had like I don't know. It was like some type of anger in me that I was just mad all the time for some reason, and I was any little thing it was like a switch, and so yeah, I was a good kid. Like I know deep down inside I'm a good person, but. I don't know. Sometimes
just because you want to scrap, it doesn't mean that. It doesn't mean you're a bad kid. Yeah. No, but I only asked it because I kind of threw you under the bus right away and said that they said you wouldn't amount to anything. But I guess I should have asked if you were a good student first before that, because if you were fucking up in every way, and then also getting into fights, they might say that.
But
if they liked you, I'm assuming the teachers might have liked you, and the principal might have liked you. They just knew.
It was some that didn't.
Yeah.
That's everybody though. Everybody got their teachers that they like. Everybody got their teachers that they don't like. But. Like when I wanted to be good in school, like and like do work, like I was like a good person, like with the books and stuff like that. Like I could like study and go home and do my homework when I wanted to. But if I didn't, I just wouldn't. I was that person that didn't really like to be told what to do. I just like to do it when I want to do it. So
yeah, I can see how that could be a problem for teachers. So was there somebody in school who was like your biggest rival, or was it just anybody you were fighting? There's always that one kid. No, you can call him out.
It was so long ago, so it's like I don't know. It was this one kid that I used to fight a lot. His name was Jalil. That was like, but me and him used to look alike, so people like thought we was like related or something. Like we was brothers, but we was cool. But we would always fight each other. Like
okay, but that's the best way, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Do you still
like I used to go to his house and everything. Like I would fight him at his house. He would come to my house. I would fight. We would fight at my house
and then have dinner together.
Yeah, like his mom. Like he know my mom. I knew his mom, stuff like that. His mom always like used to let all the kids on the block come to his house and play with him and stuff like that. But like I said, it was just kid stuff.
Yeah. All right, that's good. I mean, that's good that it seems like it didn't affect you much. It was just part of growing up.
Yeah.
So at what? So you get into boxing because of the kid, the Puerto Rican kid. How soon? How's your family at this point? Are you living just with mom? Or are you living with mom and dad or
Nah,
siblings?
I was living with just my mom and her boyfriend at the time.
Siblings or no?
Yeah, siblings. I got two little sisters. Well, I already got more, but on my mom's side, I got 2 little sisters and 1 older brother.
So at what point do you tell anybody that you want to go to like a boxing gym?
So when the kid Adrian introduced me to it, I asked my mom if I can go to the gym with him, and she was just saying no, like she wasn't for it at first. And then we moved to Sicklerville when I was about, I want to say 10 or 11, and I just kept pressing her about it, kept asking her, and then I want to say it was like the beginning of the school year. We was actually at a high school for basketball. Like we was trying to like try out for basketball and stuff, and there was a coach there that was doing boxing. So really I was there for basketball, but as soon as I seen the coach for boxing and stuff, I'm like, Mom, I don't want to do this no more. Like, let's go over there, let's go talk to him, because I see him over there training fighters. They over there jogging and stuff. So my mom, we went over there, and then she was talking to the coach, and I started that same day.
So was that part of school, like a school program, you're saying?
Nah, I guess like they had like hours to go to the gym in the school because they didn't have like an actual boxing gym. So they was like,
so he would train kids there.
Yeah. So
okay, I gotcha. I've always thought that was cool. Like I don't know when that stopped happening, but I feel like schools used to have boxing programs back in the day.
For real?
Like I think back maybe my grandparents' days or my parents' days.
I wish they did.
Wouldn't that
they
be
got
great?
wrestling, so
right.
But I
like,
would have been settling all of my problems doing that.
I'm telling you, see, that's it. Everybody's so worried about other aspects of school. They should just have fighting. These, I'm sure they wouldn't have it these days. Everybody wants to.
Let everyone just hash out their issues there.
Right. Exactly.
It's not a terrible idea. They're gonna do it outside of school if you don't let them anyway.
Exactly.
Dude, today there was another school shooting.
Oh my.
That shit could have gotten maybe. Yeah, there was I think 3 dead and
Where?
6 injured in Michigan. Could have been solved maybe because of boxing. I'm just saying. I'm not trying to make light of it. I really do believe if you offered boxing in school, first of all, nobody's going to mess with you if they know you're in the boxing team.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So you're already not going to get into fights. And if they want to, they could always box you.
Right.
So it's a whole different vibe.
Yeah.
And
it's respect. It's not going to go anything past that, you know?
exactly. All right. So then you start doing that. Is your family big on watching boxing? Are you into the sport outside of you wanted to do it?
Nah, they wasn't really into it. But now, like, since I'm in it, everybody's into it. Like, all my family, they know about other boxers. So,
How did you know about the sport much before this kid introduced you to it?
Nah, not really.
Really?
He said I reminded him of Floyd Mayweather. So
It's a good comparison.
he used to like put on little clips of Floyd and stuff like that. And that's how and then I seen him on wrestling. Cause I used to watch wrestling around this time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Before I started boxing, and when I started boxing, that's when I just stopped watching wrestling. But I seen Floyd Mayweather on wrestling one time when he was fighting the Big Show. And I'm like,
remember that.
and
He looks so small.
Yeah, right. So I'm like, yo, he really remind me of me, cause like just the way his attitude was and how he was talking. So I'm like, I want to be like him when I get older.
Was he still Pretty Boy Floyd at this point, or was he?
I think
Money Mayweather. Might have been Pretty Boy.
I think he was Money at this time.
Was he?
Yeah, I think he was.
Okay.
Cause I want to say like a week later they showed his fight on TV when he fought Marquez, and I know he was Money Mayweather when he fought Marquez, I believe. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So he was in the whole TMT,
Yeah.
whole deal. So that's kind of crazy. So you're not into the sport at all, except you want to do the sport, which is probably the best way to do it.
Yeah.
Because you don't have these fantasies on being a guy. You kind of just want to do it yourself.
Right.
Were you in love with every aspect of boxing? The running, the getting hit in the head a lot?
I mean, in the beginning, I was kind of like, I was happy to do it in the beginning, but like as the more like me having to do it, like I know I got to do it every day. That's when like, I don't know, I ain't really like the running part too much. I just wanted to spar, but yeah, it was harder than what I thought it was gonna be starting off. Like I thought it was just gonna be easy. I used to watch all the Floyd fights, all his 24/7s and all of that. I'm thinking, all right, I could do this with ease. And then when I actually get into it and sparring, it's different. So I knew I had to like really put the work in so I can be good.
Did you ever have the experience where you try to hit somebody who was more advanced than you and it was impossible to touch them?
Yeah. It was this one kid. I fought in my third fight, and I actually was trained. This is the guy that I was going to fight. My one of my old trainers, his son.
Oh, okay.
So I fought him in my third fight, but he had like 40 or 50 something fights. He was like way more advanced than me.
Damn.
Way more advanced than me. So and he was bigger than me. I think I was fighting at 80 pounds. He was 85 pounds. And we fought at his gym. So at his gym, he had pictures with him and Floyd Mayweather on there. So all that was going on through my.
Pissed you off.
Nah, it didn't piss me off.
Did it motivate you or piss you off?
Nah. It made me like more nervous, like, cause I'm like, yo, he really good. Like I never been in there with somebody like that. So then he got all his people there. We had his, mind you, we had his gym.
Yeah.
So we get in the ring, and I'm nervous. And they say his name. Everybody go out, get hype for him and stuff. And I just fooled. So he came out, and then I tried to hit him with a jab, and he was just slipped. Like the way he was slipping, it was just like I never experienced like nobody slipping like that. Then he just countered me with something real quick, and I'm like,
God damn.
It's different. It's different. So
Right.
he ended up stopping me in the first round. And then after that, I was crying. My mom was crying. My uncle was mad as ever.
How old were you at this point?
I was 12,
Okay.
11, 12, something like that. But after that, I kept sparring him. My coach made me keep sparring him and stuff like that so I can get that experience, get better.
Yeah.
And I would just remember in my head, I'm like, one day I'm really going to beat him up. Like, I just wanted to beat him up so bad because he always used to beat me up in sparring.
Yeah.
But I got older, and then I got bigger than him, and then I started getting over him, on him in sparring, and I just kept getting better. So.
Wow. Was there a moment that you felt like, that you felt the difference? Like you felt at a higher level finally? You know what I'm saying? Like.
Yeah. I want to say when I was about, 16, 17, that's when I started to like see the difference in how our sparring used to go. And then his dad made us stop sparring, I guess because of he didn't want me to feel more confident sparring him. So, yeah, that's how that went.
So he was protecting his son?
Yeah, pretty much.
I understand.
Yeah.
Are you a dad or no?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, so you know. You would protect your kid too.
Yeah, I would. Yeah.
You know what I mean? All right, so then, now, so obviously that's an amateur bout that you had with him.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so then you're now at TKO.
Right.
How many fights do you do amateur before you turn pro?
55.
55.
Yeah. That's really a little bit though.
I understand. I know. Boxers will sometimes have like 300 amateur fights.
Exactly. So like when I tell people how many fights I actually had, they don't believe me.
Yeah.
They think I had like over 100.
Right.
I'm like, nah, I just only got 55.
I bring that up because in MMA, it's such a different world as far as amateur fights to becoming a pro.
How many y'all be having?
It's like single digits sometimes.
Sometimes it's like if you go, have you heard of anybody having, I mean, I'm sure people do. Have you heard of people having more than like 20 fights?
Yeah, no, if you go up to 15 amateur fights, it's like, bro, like
You have to turn pro.
Wait. So when do they go amateur? Like, what they have, like one fight a year or something?
No, they can fight more than that. But the thing is that the rules are different. I mean, the same thing, I guess, amateur boxing. But like, they can't ground and pound. They have to use shin pads.
Mm-hmm.
No
So
head
there's
kicks.
Huh?
No head kicks.
No head kicks. So they're like limited on the tools that they can use. So a lot of times they want to go pro so they can fight fully.
Right.
It's like somebody telling you, well, you can't throw hooks. You're like, well, how can I amateur box if I can't throw a hook?
Right.
So it's kind of like that. But it's just funny because that's the truth. Like boxing, and also in your pro career, you're going to have a lot more fights than an MMA guy.
Yeah.
Because think of the best MMA fighter that you know. If you got over 40 fights, you're a fucking vet, a legend, and you should retire.
Old.
You're old as shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
And,
well, it's a difference.
and it's hard to stay undefeated.
Oh yeah. Yeah. But
like you could still go down as a legend with like 13 losses.
Right. But that's the
MMA.
benefit that you don't have.
Yeah, facts.
If you so like you'll see some guys who are super respected and their records are almost identical wins to losses.
Right.
You know, maybe they have a little bit more wins. If you came in boxing like that, people would be like, "This guy's just he's a bum." Like he's so it's a very and by the way, you get hit in the head a lot more often. Yeah. So the fact that you have more fights than an MMA guy is an interesting Right?
But and when y'all spar, y'all don't really go that hard.
Don't
right?
say y'all because I don't do shit.
Oh,
I don't do any MMA. I'm just here to represent all of combat sports.
Well, when they spar, they don't really spar like go all out, right? They
No,
take
they
it
do.
easy. They do.
From what we've
No,
heard.
they do.
They do?
They do. Yeah, they go hard.
So they be kneeing and all that.
Well,
like elbowing.
Well, all right. So let me back up. Striking, I think they go hard, but they use pads on their legs when they kick, for example. So they're not gonna knock you out. Even though I've seen some footage of people getting knocked out by accident, like
Yeah.
in training.
I would say a lot of times it's like when they're training, it's like they'll pull the head kick at the last second. Like they train it, but they don't actually hit the partner.
Right. They like
that's-
resist a little bit.
Yeah. But like body shots had like.
But they're also using like when you spar, what are you using, like 16-ounce gloves or heavy, bigger gloves? These guys are always using like 4-ounce gloves,
Right.
no matter what. So I think there's a huge risk, and they're not using headgear ever.
They don't use headgear.
I think it depends. Sometimes they have like big glove days, little.
Right. Sometimes they'll use boxing, like kind of like bag gloves, right? Or I guess like sparring gloves, and they'll use headgear. But for the most part, they don't.
Yeah, most part no.
It's just it's a whole different fucking beast, dude. Are you into MMA at all? No.
Not really. I don't really watch it. No.
No. Get out of the show, bro. Get out. Get out. No, it's I started.
But that's what every sport though. I don't watch no sport other than boxing.
Really?
Yeah. I don't
Football,
watch
nothing? Basketball, nothing?
Nothing.
Not even basketball. You were into basketball before boxing.
Yeah, but I was just doing it because my brothers was going for basketball, so I was just.
Do you watch a lot of boxing though?
I watch
Okay.
pretty much every fight.
Because some fighters don't watch fights, which is weird.
Nah, yeah, I love boxing that much. Like I can never get tired of boxing.
We watch a little too much in my house. We watch everything. We even watch Triad Combat. Did you hear this shit?
What's that?
Triad is on Triller. And they created a triangle. She'll pull it up. They created a triangle ring. They tried to fucking create a new sport. Put it that way.
Sure.
But it's boxers. It was boxers versus MMA guys. So it was boxing rules, but they could clinch and hit. So they could grab your arm and still hit you.
Can they elbow and stuff?
No. They could do a spinning punch and a Superman punch, but nothing crazy. No elbows, no kicks, no takedowns, no nothing like that. You're just looking up triangles at this point.
That's what I was like, oh god.
The production was embarrassing. Gabby, we'll get into it and we can talk about it. I don't know if you saw anything, but it was boxers versus MMA guys. MMA guys whooped the shit out of the boxers.
For real?
Because they kept what they did is they came up with like two teams, and Shannon Briggs was the head of the boxing team, and then Rampage Jackson, who's an MMA guy, was the head of that. So they were keeping score based on I guess rounds won or fights won. But honestly, the fights were actually pretty good. It's just a production that felt super fucking
unprofessional. Like how was it?
Like they spent a shitload of money. It's just like, so. For example, Nick Cannon was the host, which that's what he does. So he did a good job. Yeah. But then they have a table with so you fought your Matchroom, right? Mm-hmm. So that's the zone. Mm-hmm. But you've never been part of a Triller fight, right?
No.
Have you seen any Triller boxing matches? Yeah. You know how they have like Snoop Dogg. It's like
that's unprofessional though. Like that's what I'm saying. Like
it's a whole different vibe.
They be on there smoking and all that. How you gonna be smoking at a boxing event?
This is true. This is true. You're the fair point. So this one's even worse because it's not as good, and they're trying to replicate it. So they had Fat Joe, he's horrible, terrible. I was I'm like, no, bro, you got to lean back. Just joking. It was just embarrassing. Like some things were embarrassing, and then the owner. I feel like he's always fucked up. I feel like he gets a little drunk at his own events.
Yeah.
So when he goes on the mic, he sounds stupid. Like one time before they came up with the triangle, it was just I think it was when Jake Paul was fighting or one of these things. And I think he came on the ring and was like, "Oh, I'll give you so many millions for," like it was just fucking embarrassing. But he's trying to put on, like, Eddie Hearn's a sharp. I mean, I want to hear about Eddie Hearn. To me, he's a sharp guy. Presents himself well. A lot of these fucking people seem like they somehow got money, and then they started putting fights together, and this is what we have. Anyway, I don't know what were we.
I blame Triller.
I do blame me too. Triller is like coming at it with a whole different
vibe. Like it's.
I'm shocked it's still around. I thought Triller was gonna die.
That's what I thought the same thing. I'm not even gonna lie.
But they're, so like this last one,
Jake
they had
Paul,
Metallica performing. Dude, that can't be cheap.
No.
Speaking of Metallica, the lead singer looks old as shit. He looked terrible. I like him, by the way. I'm not a huge Metallica guy, but
I don't even know.
you don't know who Metallica is?
No.
How dare you? It's just the biggest band in the world. Well, they're a legendary rock group, but anyway, so you don't get a band like that on your show. So they do the music mixed with fighting. I don't know how much money they paid these guys to be on. So the point being is that they have a lot of money.
Yeah.
I don't know where they're getting it from. I don't know, but they're spending it. That's for damn sure. Anyway, where were we at? So
I don't even know.
I know, major.
I don't know where we were at. We were talking about. So when did you decide to go pro? Oh, we were talking about the difference between MMA and boxing and how many fights you have. And
yeah, sparring and stuff.
So you have 50 something fights,
55,
amateur.
Yeah, 55.
And that's when you decided to turn pro.
Yeah.
Okay. So what's that? So you're undefeated, correct?
As an amateur?
No, as a pro.
Oh yeah, as a pro. Yeah.
Yeah. So when you take that leap into to becoming a pro, did you went straight to Matchroom?
Yeah.
Okay. Did
you
you DM Eddie Hearn?
Nah, he DM me.
Before you became a pro?
Yeah.
How did he see you? How did that work?
I won a national Golden Gloves, and then
that's right. I forgot that.
Yeah, he DM'd me, and he was trying to sign me right then and there, but I told him no, I was gonna wait, and was going to go for the Olympics. But I had caught a concussion like not too long after that. In the whole summer, I was just sitting out of boxing. I couldn't do nothing. I was just in the house because I had a concussion. And then the whole time when I had a concussion, I'm thinking like, what I'm doing this for free for and getting concussions when I got a promoter that's trying to sign me and I can just go straight to the pros and get paid for it instead of just going through all this for free for nothing. So I'm not gonna lie, like he probably really like put it in my head for me not to go to the Olympics because like it was just there. Like he was trying to sign me right then and there. So like he kind of like pushed me away from the Olympics a little bit.
So, well, was it exciting to get so did you know who he was before he reached out?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I knew who he was.
Were you like, was that exciting? You were like, this is the moment. I'm about to turn pro possibly?
Yeah, but no. Yeah,
Wait, why?
No, because I was, like I said, I was still thinking about.
Oh, you were still
to the
Olympics.
Yeah.
Was that a dream? Like you really wanted to represent?
It wasn't a dream at first. Like when I first started boxing, it was never a dream, but it became a dream after I seen Shakur go to the Olympics.
Okay.
So he motivated me to try to go to the Olympics.
You don't make any money going to the Olympics, right?
I believe you. I believe you make a little bit.
If you win a medal,
yeah,
you get a couple. I think it's
but don't you also pay taxes on the medal?
Yeah, I think it's like you win 30,000 for a gold or something like that.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Not bad.
It changed. It's per country they pay differently, but I think America was like 30,000 for gold.
Okay. I mean, so Floyd was Olympics, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot of popular guys. So you're probably seeing these guys too and saying like, well, they went to the Olympics. Look at their career.
Yeah. But yeah, Roy Jones, Andre Ward, so guys like that, like, and Rashid Warren, he went to the Olympics 3 times, but he never medaled. But like I used to look up to guys like that, and I wanted to be an Olympian too. So, but then I'm like,
Eddie Hearn just fucked it all up. Way to go, Eddie Hearn.
Nah.
I'm kidding.
Nah, he did. He. I don't know. I'm not gonna say he messed it up, but like he did have me like in second thought. So like I should go pro. So
yeah, but that's right. That's like getting somebody trying to court you to go to the NBA.
Yeah,
like
when it's
you
there,
cannot consider it once they put it out there.
Yeah, once you see it and you know it's there, it's like.
So, and you don't have to obviously get into details, but when somebody like that reaches out to you and say they want to sign you, are they like other sports saying this amount of money for these amount of fights already, or is it come fight under the promotion and it's a per fight basis?
Nah. It was just more like we're gonna talk business. So at that point, it was never like how many fights or the money, or anything like that. It was never anything like that until I told him I was actually ready to go pro. So.
Okay. But do they sign you for multiple fights, or are you on a per fight contract?
No. It's for multiple fights.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you happy there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I promise I'm not trying to dig dirt. I'm just curious. I think they do it good, man. I think so. Matchroom was Eddie Hearn's father's company.
Yeah, I believe so.
And then Eddie Hearn took it over a couple of years ago, fully as the main president.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me about Eddie Hearn. Is he as nice as he appears to be?
Yeah, Eddie's a good dude. He's funny too. I really don't talk to him that much, but like when I do talk to him, it's always good conversation and things. So, yeah.
He seems like, out of all the promoters, to me, he's the most likable promoter out there who still looks like he knows his shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a hard, weird balance for you to find somebody who like you can kind of respect in that world, but also seem like approachable and or like funny or you know, just a likable kind of dude. Yeah. Tall as shit.
Yeah,
he looks tall as shit.
Yeah, tall as shit.
I don't know why I'm so into Eddie Hearn all of a sudden. No, I'm just curious. I've been seeing him for so long that you're the first person I get to ask. So where's your first fight and part of what card? Was it a big card?
Yeah, it was kind of big, kind of. It was big. It was big to me because Tevin Foreman. It was big to me because it was my first professional fight and in front of the cameras and stuff like that, and then my family was there because it was in Philly. Yeah. So it was big. I'm gonna say it was big to me. And then he fought an Irish guy, so he brought like his whole little country there and stuff like that. So it was a big fight. Yeah. Yeah. Katie Taylor fought on the card. I don't know if you know her. No. Yeah, she was a Olympian, a gold medalist. Actually, me and her, we got the same manager now. So. Okay. Yeah. So.
Where's she from?
She's from Ireland.
Oh. Yeah. Okay. So then, were you in the Canelo Callum, whatever his name is?
Yeah, I was on that card. Yeah.
How was that? Because a Canelo fight's a huge fucking fight.
It was.
No.
It was big, but it wasn't kind of because of the COVID. So it was like.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, it was. I'm not gonna say that was my favorite card. I think my favorite card was.
You know when we become best friends when he tells me he doesn't like Canelo either.
No. I love Canelo. You don't like Canelo?
No, I like Canelo. I just always talk shit about. I always pick somebody he's fighting again. Like I pick the guy he's fighting.
Why?
I don't know.
He wants the.
I like an underdog. All right, so you like Floyd Mayweather. So you're gonna shit on me real quick. You like Floyd Mayweather. Yeah. I grew up wanting to see Floyd Mayweather lose. I never liked Floyd Mayweather. Was that?
You're going to win a lot of money if you lose. If you bet against him.
I'm going to win a lot of money if I bet against him and he loses. Yeah. Yeah. He never made me any money. This is the problem. I have like the utmost respect for Canelo and Mayweather. But to me, the story of if you were about to fight Mayweather in your next 3 fights, obviously that's not going to happen because Mayweather I don't think is coming out of retirement. Yeah. But I'm going to go for you. You know what I'm saying?
A crazy underdog. Nobody knows who I am.
But that would be fantastic. The fucking story behind that, I don't know. I'm all about the story, and not with everybody, but I like Caleb Plant, and I thought Caleb Plant had a chance to beat him, and everybody told me I was fucking crazy.
Yeah, I thought he had a chance, but I knew.
Canelo's a different beast.
Yeah, he's just right now in his prime. Nobody beating him.
So you're an expert. What is it about Canelo at the moment that it's not nobody else is at his level?
His mindset, he just believe nobody can beat him. Yeah. And when you got somebody in front of you with that mindset, it's gonna be hard to beat him. You gotta have that same exact type of mindset as him and have the skills and work hard in the gym. You have to be on point on every angle. So I feel like Canelo, he's a vet. He got 60 fights. He been in there with the best. He's seen every style. He's coming in shape. He got great body shots. He got defense. He just been around.
Why does he take so long to execute his style?
What you mean?
Why does he take typically to after the 7th round where he starts picking up and starts controlling the fight? Pure strategy?
It's strategy, but it's not really it's not him taking long. It's the fighter. See, the fighters they moving, they doing a bunch of moving. So when what Canelo was doing, he's just walking them down calmly, shooting little body shots, well, big body shots because
it's Canelo.
Yeah. So he hitting them with body shots and he's slowly breaking them down. But these fighters, what they don't understand, they doing all this movement and using their legs. They hitting Canelo with little jabs and things like that. Yeah, but yeah, it don't mean nothing. He's not respecting you if you're not sitting down on none of your shots and you just doing all this movement.
Yeah.
Eventually, when them later rounds come, 9, 10, 11, 12, your movement not going to be there no more. So it's like, once you slow down, that's when he can do whatever he wants to you. He can pick up, he can hit you as many times as he wants.
Yeah.
So,
see, I come from liking fighters who aren't like that, so it frustrates me to see fighters like that I know are so good and they just wait for the other guy to weaken to then take over. Like I don't know how much Tito Trinidad you've seen.
Nah, I never really watched him.
You're really pissing me off, bro. This is my favorite, my favorite fighter.
For real?
Dude. Like Trinidad in our house was like the Super Bowl every time he fought. Obviously being from Puerto Rico, in Puerto Rico they would close, like nobody would go to school, was closed for the day. Government jobs were closed for the day.
Is that deep?
It's that deep. I would sleep tight and nice for the next couple months until the next fight came, the nerves came, and then it was a huge fucking deal.
How did he have it like that though? Like how he had it?
He was so good, and not only good, but like, so he was the underdog until he fought De La Hoya. And when he fought De La Hoya and beat him, even though some people said De La Hoya won that fight, De La Hoya did the same bullshit where he would like stop fighting at the end and start dancing around because he thought he had the fight won, and then he lost that specific fight. He did it a couple times, but Trinidad was a guy who would go in there and he would push from the beginning to the end, and he would catch you and he would be on your ass. Like it wasn't all feeling out anything. Dude, please look him up. Watch a couple of his fights. I can recommend a couple specifically.
Which was your favorite?
Him versus Fernando Vargas was ridiculous.
I heard about that fight, but they said Fernando Vargas took that fight too early.
Yeah, but yeah, possibly. Yeah, but that Mayweather took everybody else's. Like Mayweather took Canelo when he was early.
Yeah,
smart minds do that.
He either took it when he was early or when he was old.
Well, so Trinidad killed Vargas's career, in my opinion, because Vargas came in young, but he was like on his way up, and then Trinidad just fucking. It was a fantastic fight, but by the end of that night, like, there's no way Vargas had the same amount of brain cells. Like, it was just, he got. Whoosh.
How old was Vargas? Like 22, 20?
How old was he?
Yeah,
early 20s. Yeah, early 20s. But he sat. So Trinidad dropped him in the first round, I believe, and then Vargas dropped Trinidad midway through the fight, and then Trinidad finished them off at the end and dropped. But like, can you look up on you? We can't show it obviously, but look up on YouTube, Trinidad versus Vargas, first round KO. Oh, I think it was a left to the body and then to the head, and it was fucking beautiful. Anyway, I know, big fan. So, but he was just a beautiful boxer, very clean, like his style. Yeah. He wasn't showboaty, like he was just
business.
Yeah, which is your style. I mean, you're pretty straight down the middle, like, right? Do you consider yourself flashy?
I can be, but it depends. It depends. If I'm feeling good, like, and I'm just in there having fun and I'm doing whatever I want, then I.
This last fight, did you expect the guy to last as long as he did?
I expected him to last long, but not that long. Like, I expected him to get him out like around 5 or like 6, the latest. But he was tough.
Rewind that real quick, Gabby.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, no, the first round, the opening sequence.
So it happened like right in the beginning.
Yeah, boom.
Ooh.
We are at this moment like losing our voices in our head, in our house.
This is like a big.
Look at that.
Ooh.
It was a huge fight. Like, it was like the two biggest fighters right now going at it, and this is what happens. But see, look at Trinidad's like composed, but he's like anxious to get you out of there.
Yeah, he got him hurt.
But he will be in the corner, just waiting. like just waiting to be allowed to go run back at him. And then if Trinidad wasn't doing great, his dad would smack the shit out of him in the corner. He would smack him a couple times, and then he would wake up. Gooks.
That was a good hook.
Come on, that fucking left hook. And Trinidad was cool because, like, body-wise, he didn't look like a heavy hitter. But, man, he has some fucking power. When you were fighting, your punches were a loud as shit.
You said loud?
Loud. No, I don't know. I don't know if it was the production, but they sounded loud as shit. It was clean. Like, everything was landing beautifully, man. And you were way quicker than him.
Yeah.
Did you feel superior in that sense?
I mean, yeah, I knew I was going to be, like, a lot faster than him. And I knew he was going to be stationary because I seen his fights before. Yeah. So, I knew I had to, use my speed to my advantage and just put everything together. Not really sit down or try to like load up on shots because I knew he had a good chin. Yeah. So
yeah, but he had his head on your chest a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was
I was throwing some bullshit body shots.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Them body shots he was doing,
he was throwing like little flurries. Yeah. Like I'm like, what the?
It wasn't effective at all. So
I could tell.
The crowd was getting hype and stuff like that when he was doing that. I'm like, y'all.
Nah, they're not.
In my head, I'm like, y'all really getting hyped for nothing because he just wasting energy, and I'm just allowing him to waste his energy. Because when it's my turn to go,
right,
it's gonna get bad.
But that's what it was, Gabby. I know you can't pretend that you saw the fight. I know you didn't watch the fight. But so this guy, so they called him a gatekeeper.
Yeah.
Because apparently, what a gatekeeper means. But so obviously he's experienced and he's he lasts and all this nonsense or whatever. But he really wasn't catching you with anything. No. So he would like put his head on him and he would just get in there and try to do some work.
Make it rough.
But then once you were super calm.
Yeah.
And when you finally like got the distance that you wanted, then he was fucking throw like 4 or 5 punch combinations and it was like pop, 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 pop. You're like, all right. Hey bro.
But like when I'm doing all this, when I'm catching over everything, I'm like, and he started laughing. He
was laughing?
Yeah, he was laughing.
Fucking like, Puerto Ricans again. I'm telling you, he was Puerto Rican. He was. I think the corner said something. I look at my wife. My wife's white, but I'm like, did he just say puñeta? Like, did he just... He's like fucking cursing like so Puerto Rican right now. I'm like, all right, bro, settle down. Settle down. You guys are going to lose. Anyway, sorry. So he was laughing at you?
Yeah, he was laughing. He was like, come on, Raymond. Like, he was saying that. Like, I'm like, he tough. Like his head is hard too. Like my hands was hurting, but I knew like I seen his face. Like his face was getting like worse by the rounds, by every round that went by. And once I seen the doctor come up and basically like take a look at him, I'm like, oh yeah, I can really stop him now because the doctor is concerned. And if I just keep doing what I'm doing and keep putting it together on him, then they're gonna stop.
But he didn't win a round.
Nah.
So the thing is, like at some point, it's like you're not gonna be able to do anything at this moment to win the fight. So like, why do I take the punishment?
Yeah, exactly. And he was getting caught flush with every shot. Even though he wasn't like really hurt or anything like that, he was still taking too many punches. So it's like,
who has a harder head, Mexicans or Puerto Ricans? Did they say Mexicans have the hardest heads?
He had the hardest head. I fought Mexicans too, but he had the hardest head I ever fought. Like,
that's hilarious.
Yeah,
that's probably like something he goes by like. I got the hardest head in the gym.
And I think it's because like he be like when he come in, he put his head down, so it's like
you're hitting the forehead.
I'm hitting like the top of his head and stuff like that.
Yeah,
he was doing like a little smart veteran stuff in there. He definitely had the experience, and he definitely made me work.
He looked like a rip-off kind of
Cotto.
Yeah. I said this is fucking Walmart Cotto right here.
You know what's crazy? They was saying that like I heard somebody yell that. It's like, come on, Cotto. Like when
he looked identical. He like went out and got the tattoo to match and everything. Like,
yeah.
Oh Lord.
It's like, come on, Cotto. I heard
that's
that
fucked up,
like
by the way.
Mid-fight.
Oh shit. Well, that was a hell of a performance. I thought you looked great. Yeah. You were hyped when you finished that fight. You seemed very excited once they announced the stoppage.
There's only one person that stopped him before, and that was Shakur. And
shit.
Yeah, so. Okay. I wanted to be the other one that was going to stop him. I actually wanted to stop him before Shakur did it, but dude was tough. So, yeah. So where are you at now? Like, are you having conversations about your next fight? Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
When are you thinking in the new year?
Yeah, probably like around February, March.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
What did you think of the main? We're almost wrapped up here. I know we're going long. What did you think of Teofimo versus
Kambosos?
Yeah, Kambosos.
I think Teofimo just got caught up in the hype too much and allowed Kambosos to get to his head. Like, he took the fight too personal instead of just going in there to win. Like, the first round, he went out there like he was...
He didn't seem calm and collected.
Nah, like, he was just too hype. You trying to go out there and knock him out in the first round. For what?
And then he got sat.
Just take your time. Yeah, exactly. And then now you embarrassed, and now your mind not even focused on the fight now. You just trying to hurry up and get your hit back and try to stop him even more, and you just running into shots and not being smart. So
yeah,
I feel like on Tio's best night, he would have won that fight, but he just fought a dumb fight.
Did you have him winning in your head? Like, did you think he was gonna win?
I don't know. I didn't really like judge the fight. Like, I wasn't like really scoring it as the fight was going on. I was just like,
no, but I'm saying like before, when you know, obviously.
Oh, before the fight.
That night, like, you expected him to win?
Yeah, I expected him to win.
Okay. He's trained local in North Jersey.
Yeah,
right?
I sparred him out there.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what's it called?
I forgot the name of that gym.
I went up there one time before we shot like.
It's like so many rings in there, right? And it's a ring.
It's in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
In like a big field or some shit. Is that it? Am I thinking the wrong one?
Is it like a big field? Nah. But I'm saying, like, in the gym is like they got like
they have like three rings.
Three rings. Yeah. And one of the rings is like rectangle. It's like a rectangle ring, right? It's not even a square. It's like long.
What the fuck is this? A runway?
Yeah.
That's hilarious. So what I didn't like about, I hate when like Kambosos, is Kambosos or Kambosa? Kambosos, right?
Kambosos or something like that.
When I thought he was being like fair on the mic. Did you hear the post fight?
Yeah.
I thought he was being fair on the mic, giving the respect, talking like a person who just won. Right? He's excited. I was like, dude, don't interrupt the
interview.
Don't interrupt it. Don't sound stupid saying that you won 10-2. First of all, he said 10-2.
Yeah, that was wild. I'm like, nah, you took too many punches at this point.
Yo. And then his dad, of course, like agrees with him on everything.
Yeah, but you gotta understand, that's his dad though. Like that's how he is. Like, and I noticed that like when I was around him in his camp, like he just talk to talk. He don't really. I feel like he don't really understand what he be saying. He just be chatting. So it's like, I expect that from him, but from T.O. coming from T.O., for him just to be like, oh y'all won that fight and 10-2 and stuff like that. I ain't see that coming from him, but from his dad, I can see that coming from him.
Right. Well, that makes sense. A lot of people were hating on the dad for also not giving any instruction in the corner. He was saying, "Fuck him up."
Yeah, that's how he is.
I would say, "Hey, Dad, can you give me some advice?"
A little more specific.
A little more specific. Fuck him up, how, Dad?
Yeah.
How? Because I'm getting beat. Well, listen, I like T.O.
Yeah, he's actually a good guy. Like T.O., he's actually a really
and he's got obviously
dude.
fucking skills, you know, at a different level. But when I used to like Lomachenko.
Yeah.
When he fought Lomachenko,
I thought Lomachenko was going to do whatever he wanted to him, but he folded. Loma was scared of the power. It's not you can really know about that. So yeah, you could see it in the fight. Like he didn't throw no punches.
Yeah.
He was just so focused on not getting hit and just forgot about letting his hands go. So he lost.
Right. That's always funny when you see that. You're like, come on, let's do
like
something.
I'm waiting. I'm like, when you gonna pick it up? It's 7 rounds in and you still ain't throw no punches.
So is it common in Matchroom for no rematch clauses to be the case? Because Tio's doesn't have a rematch clause on that one, right? So he lost the belt and he doesn't get that immediate rematch.
No, well, he's not signed to Metro.
Oh, he's not?
No, he's.
Oh, that's right, because he was with Triller.
Yeah, he's with Top Rank, but they did a purse bid, and Triller had it at first, but the fight got canceled. Yeah, so
and then
Matchroom took it.
Okay.
Yeah, so
well, I bring that up because he didn't give the Lomachenko the rematch.
Yeah, but Lomachenko didn't put a rematch clause in it.
That's what I'm saying. So but I'm saying it's the same thing happening basically to him.
Yeah.
So it's like you got all the belts and now the same shit just happened to you.
Yeah. So, but I think he's trying to move up to 140 now anyway. So.
Oh. Right. Yeah. That'll solve that. So brother, thanks for being on the show, man. We're excited to see your next fight.
Thank you for having me.
Meanwhile, stop over anytime you want. Oh, you know what? Before you go, can you shout out one boxer that you think needs, at your level, that needs to be on the show? Just so we can put the extra pressure on. We need to get more boxers. I mean, I'm willing to change the name. You call it Ringside Show? No? All right. What do you think? Who do we get? You can do it to camera, straight to camera too, and you can.
It's a lot of fighters that I'm around, but that's like on my level, right? You said?
Well, your level, bigger, whatever. Anybody who you would want to watch do an interview or do a podcast. Who would be exciting? I've been trying to get Ennis on forever.
Ennis, yeah.
Oh, my Lord, Ennis. I mean, big shot Ennis. I'm so sorry. We're not, ESPN. But whenever he wants, he can come over.
Yeah.
We would love to have him.
Hey, I'll watch his interview, definitely. Did you try Stephen Fulton? He just unified his division.
Yeah.
Saturday, the same day I fought.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like I've reached out. Cool Boy Steph, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Feel like I've reached out or somebody reached out, but also crickets. It's a lot of crickets with boxers.
Well, we're saying it now on the pod.
So Cool Boy Steph?
Yeah, Cool Boy Steph.
And Jerron Ennis?
Yeah.
Together? Ooh, we should do a boxing. We should do a boxing. What's that called? Fight companion. I can't get them on one show. I'm gonna get them all together. Look at me. Anyway,
that'd be nice. What about Sonny Kanto?
Who?
Sonny Kanto.
I don't know who that is.
He the heavyweight. He signed the top rank, I think.
Can you look him up? I'm better with faces, dude, than I am with names. I'm fucking terrible with names.
I believe he'll come on here.
But now that I just said who, I'm gonna have to edit that part out and be like, of course. How old's your kid?
Oh, she's 9 months.
9 months?
Yeah.
How's that been?
Good. Amazing. She actually came to my fight for the first time.
Oh, I saw you doing the post-fight interview with her, right?
Yep.
That's cool, man. I can't see. I fucking need glasses. All right, but I don't recognize him. But he's local?
Yeah. He's in Philly.
All right, cool. All right, so that's 3 people. We got to get somebody out of these 3 guys. I mean, that's a savage call-out, so. Look at this. Is that the picture right there with your?
Yep.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, man. Having kids definitely puts the gas pedal.
Yeah,
right?
She motivate me.
Oh yeah.
Definitely.
You want to give her? Are you big on Danny Garcia?
No.
How come?
I just don't like how he fight. Like,
Boring.
I feel he's not boring. He definitely got like that explosiveness to him. Like he can get knockouts and stuff. His style is just not like. I don't know. I just feel like he punched with his head down. He too flat.
Like haymakers kind of thing.
Yeah. He flat footed. I just don't see the skills with him. So it's just he got speed and he got power though. He got speed.
Damn.
He got speed and power. But
What don't you like about Danny Garcia? Well, he has no boxing fundamentals.
yeah, that's how I feel. Like
that's fair.
There's no jab. There's no footwork.
Speaking of dads, Teofimo Lopez's dad and his dad,
They should
have a podcast.
Yeah, definitely.
Can you imagine that shit?
I watch that.
Hey, just saying, you're welcome. I'll take a royalty. That would be a phenomenal. Just 2 fucking Puerto Rican dads cursing and probably drinking,
That'd be funny.
talking shit about boxers.
That'd be funny.
That would be hilarious.
Yeah.
All right, there you go. That's my creative nugget of the day. All right, so Gabby, we've called out the people. What else haven't we done? Are we good?
So, reminder for the giveaway.
Yes.
Subscribe, follow, comment.
And tag.
Yeah, to enter.
We included you on a giveaway that you're probably not aware of. No, I'm joking. Well, I mean, we did tag you because if you want to repost, you can repost. But we got the pictures. Can you bring one of those pictures?
Y'all posted it already?
We posted it this last week. Yeah, we posted it. I'll show you in a second.
I probably ain't see it because this is like fight week. That's when
It was fight week. Yeah. No, and I know.
It'd be a lot going on, especially like on my page.
Boom. Look at that. Signed, sealed, not delivered yet. But you got to sign the giveaway. They need to have this because obviously
They can frame
when you're right, frame it, save it. When you are the main event at all these fights and getting all the big bucks, they're going to have the first. Is that the first autographed picture you do on a show like this?
Yeah, that's my first on the show, definitely. Actually, I signed somebody was outside of my hotel after my fight when I was leaving,
Oh,
and
that's
he came
cool.
up to me with my picture, and I signed it for him.
Oh, that's cool. Was it a kid?
Nah, it was a
grown ass man.
Yeah,
He was
yeah.
50 years old.
I took a picture with him and everything.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Was he gonna sell it? You think?
No, I don't know. I ain't asked him.
I only ask because you see these guys sometimes with like a binder. You know what I'm talking about? And I'm like, you're obviously gonna you're gonna save it and then sell it to the highest bidder. This I think is fucked up. It's like let the fans get the picture signed. I'm just hating on everybody. We should probably wrap this up. All right, Ray Savage Ford on Cageside Show. Love it. Subscribe.